EFCC declares Hushpuppi most wanted hacker as Hushpuppi is being arrested in Dubai. These and many other things I'll be talking about in this video. Just before I jump right in, I want you guys to kindly do something for me. Consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon if you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel. But if already subscribed, thank you for subscribing to this amazing and exciting YouTube channel, and make sure you share my videos across all social media platforms so that others will get to see what is trending and what we are talking about on social media. Alright guys, just before I jump right in, I want to actually share this news with you guys. Invictus the guy that was arrested in US for a financial crime that worth or cost about $11 million, has now pleaded guilty to the crime. That is one thing that a lot of people are saying, because pleading guilty in US will actually help to reduce jail term. That is one thing that this guy has actually decided at this particular time, and I think it's all interesting to note. This guy was charged with financial fraud, forgery, and among other things. And what these guys they normally do is business email compromise. That is, they try to compromise a particular business email of a particular company, and then send out messages looking like, okay, this company is sending out messages to this particular person, and then they hijack transactions and they make away with the money. And this has actually fetched this guy some jail terms. That is something interesting. Okeke, who is 32, was actually listed by Forbes as one of the most richest young entrepreneur in the world. But right now, this guy is messed up or tied up in a financial crime that costs about $11 million. That is 4.2 billion naira in Nigeria. It's something interesting, but has now pleaded guilty. He committed the crime within 2015 to 2019. That is email compromise scheme targeting a particular company called Unitrack Holding Company Limited, and is something that a lot of people are still talking about. This company is into export of office equipment and even machines, heavy machines, and industrial farm equipment. And these guys actually hijacked the transaction and then made away with the money. And he is likely to face about 15 to 10 years imprisonment. Crime is something that is condemned in every part of the world, and a lot of people are still talking about this. And this has actually dented the image of young Nigerians working hard for themselves abroad, especially. And it's something that we all need to actually look into, including our political stakeholders, our policymakers. They need to actually look into these things, because a lot of people feel that most of these financial crimes are as a result of situational drift. That is what a lot of people are feeling, because when you graduate from school, you want to live a life that is a bit comfortable, but because of there's no enabling environment for you to live that kind of life, you take to crime. That is what is happening to a lot of people. Why a lot of people feel that it's all about greed. They want to live a lavish lifestyle. Alright guys, Hushpuppi has been declared by EFCC as most wanted hacker, and they said he has a case to answer with them, and it's something that a lot of people are now reacting to at this particular time. It's all interesting. Hushpuppi, who was arrested alongside his friends in Dubai in connection to a financial fraud of about $35 million, is now having a lot of cases around the world. According to what is being reported in Dubai, is that he actually defrauded some organizations and some individuals in Dubai and around the world. That is Hushpuppi Hushpuppi has numerous charges on him. Is he going to survive it? That is one thing I keep on asking at this particular time. I think Hushpuppi is never going to survive this because of the magnitude of the kind of crime that he has committed so far, and it's something that is worrisome because a lot of the image of Nigerian youths out there working hard for themselves is at stake. That is one thing I believe about the whole thing, and I think we should continue to actually try to build our own image. But how do we build it right now? A lot of people around the world having issues with Nigerians on financial fraud. In US, 6 Nigerians were arrested in connection to a particular financial fraud. Obi-Wan sentenced in US in connection to financial fraud, and a lot of this happening around the world. What they normally do is business email compromise. They compromise the email or the business email of a particular company and then target their customers, defraud their customers, and it's something that has given Nigerians a lot of bad names on in recent time. And I think we need to actually try and desist from this as Nigerians, because anywhere you are now, when you say you are a Nigerian, they look at you like a criminal. It's something that is disturbing to a lot of people. That is one thing I just believe about the whole thing. But right now, do you think Hushpuppi will actually survive this? For me, I think Hushpuppi is not going to survive this because Hushpuppi has been tied up in multiple financial frauds, and over the years this has actually accumulated a lot of jail sentences for him. That is one thing I believe, and I think he's not going to survive it. Even if Hushpuppi is extradited to Nigeria, he's not going to survive it at this particular time. That is one thing I just believe about the whole thing.